Hi, my name is Zikra. Welcome to my channel. Like what you see, give me a like and subscribe. Enjoy. This is the third and final part of this journal, journal 1. So, as you can see, everything is properly dried and it looks kind of like a mummy. But everything is properly dried and now we can begin to paint. I've chosen this blue and green colors. I'm just using a bit of water. I'm using acrylic paints, just thinning them down a bit with water. And I'm just going for it, no rhyme or reason. Just, you see how it comes together. These two colors kind of remind me a bit of the peacock colors, even though this has nothing to do with peacocks. I decided to cut away the excess of the tissue. Now that it's firm, it's easier to cut it apart. Cut it away. So I'm just trimming the edges, neat as I can. I wanted to begin to paint from the back cover first, so I can get more practice and the rhythm of it, just to see how it goes before I painted the front cover. As you can see, when the blue and the green mixes, it kind of makes this beautiful turquoise color. I love that color. It's very pretty. Of course, you can choose any colors you like and any theme you like to paint these in. I've just chosen these two colors. Now I'm going to begin doing the front cover, just the same way as the back cover. Making sure I don't have any white spots. Making sure like I get in all the creases and all the bumps in all the designs. My covers are now completely dry, and I'm taking this metallic paint, which is in a bronze color. Also a paintbrush that is very dry and stiff. Only then it will work. This method would work. So everything is dry, and I'm just going to now focus on this paint that I've had for a while. It's also dry, so I'm just going to try and loosen it up a bit. I've had this a while. I know that looks like a little bit, but that should do. The drier the the bristles, this works better. This method would work better. You only need a little bit of paint. I'm just going to go on the surface, as you can see, following the bumps and the creases from the tissue paper. The resin bits will catch the paint, basically. I'm not pressing hard, I'm just keeping it very light. I'm going in all kinds of directions. Doesn't it look a bit like a scale? It reminds me of a dragon scale or maybe a mermaid scale. Something like that. Shiny and textured. The trick is to be light-handed, and a little bit of paint goes a long way. Remember those scraps we had from before? So we're going to use those now to cover the inner covers. I'm just going to start ripping them up with using my ruler. I'm just checking to see if this fits and if I like it that way. But then I think the pieces are a bit too long. So I want to now just rip it up into smaller rectangles. I'm just going to glue them down because I'm happy with this size now. I'm just going to go every like one horizontally and one vertically. I'm just going to continue doing this till the entire paper bag is covered. I'm just going to now paint the inner covers with the same green and blue, but I'm just going to mix the remainder of the paint that I have on my palette. I'm just going to paint it now. And this is all dried up now, and that's what it looks like. So I was thinking maybe I should, go over the metallic paint in all of these creases as well. Let's see how that goes. It's a bit watery, but that's okay. What would have been better is if I had like charcoal or something. Not trying to be perfect. Maybe pull this in a bit like this on the edges. Yeah, I feel like that's nicer, as it's too perfect again. I'm going to repeat the same thing on this side. What do we think? Go over these lighter parts one more time, especially the edges. I'm going to go around the borders as well. Yeah, that's better. Maybe if I round the corners like this with a brush. No? Feels better, I feel. Yeah. I think I'm quite happy with that now. Okay. So this still is a bit wet, but I'm just going to keep pushing. I just want to complete this now because it's really come together beautifully. So I'm just going to take off this excess paper and neaten it up. Trying to find a position where I can show the camera and also cut away all the papers. I'm quite happy with that now. I think it looks neat and nice. So with that, so I'm just going to focus on decorating it a little bit more. So I was thinking maybe I can put a few punches like this. Like that throughout the entire thing, but not going over the designs because that's too 3D. But I'm just going to eyeball this. Let me see how this looks and then I'll go and continue to do that. So I'm just going to take this, what is this called? Twine, I think. So I'm going to, I'll do something like this. So I'll start from here. And then I come out like this. And then go back in. Come out. Go back in. Come out. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks super pretty. And then I can go under like this. And then start over here. What do you think? I think that looks so nice. So I'm just going to see if I can continue to do that. This spacing seems to work. So I might have to undo this anyway because that's not enough to go around the whole thing. But I get the idea. Let's hope it works. So anyway, I'm going to punch the rest of the holes. Now right here, I might have to end it because I don't want to continue over here, even though it's nicer. Because when you fold it, then it's going to be an issue. It's going to cause some kind of friction maybe. So I'm not going to do the entire ribbon this way, but I am going to do one side. So I'm going to go onto this side and continue punching the holes. As you can see, I'm just eyeballing it, but also being aware so I don't punch outside it's inside the cover. If it goes outside like halfway, if you punch it halfway, then this won't work because it'll just keep popping out. So the ribbon has to wrap around the cover. Again, making sure it's inside the cover. That's my last punch for this side of the cover. So what I'm going to do is move all this punched paper now, just so that it's not going to get in my way. Move this. Okay. So making sure I have enough string or twine. Hopefully this is enough. Hopefully. So I'm going to start from the top. So I start from inside again, so you can see. Bring it all the way. I'm just going to leave a little bit like this. I mean, even, should I? Thinking. No, it's fine. I'll just hold it. go. Again, I'm going to pull it right through. Look at that, it's coming together. If you need, you can maybe use a needle. But I don't need one. So see this one? I don't like that going on top. I want it to go under. So anyway, I'm just going to wrap it under and hope it will stay in place. Hope it will stay in place. Maybe if it's tight enough. Yeah, see? That's not going anywhere now. That's not going anywhere. Tight. Good. Again, the same thing. See? Just pulling it through at the bottom like that. And I'm going to feed it through this one, this hole. So that's pretty tight now. It's not going to come out. Made a mistake. It's okay. Everything is fixable. So under. And redo it. Better. Maybe I should tie it? No, that'll look weird. What should I do? Maybe go through the previous knot like this and try to knot it. maybe. Just going to leave it like that for now. Maybe I will hot glue gun, use the hot glue gun. I'll figure it out. I might just use the hot glue gun, paste this over here, and do the same for this end. But right now, I'm not going to focus too much on that. But what do you think? Doesn't that look so beautiful? So pretty? I'm wondering if I should do the same thing on the back. Maybe so I think I'm going to hot glue these two edges. My hot glue gun is heating up right now. Otherwise, I feel like it disturbs the pattern that we have on the top. So I'm going to continue doing the same method on the back, the same punching method. I'm going to poke my holes. I'm going to begin to weave, but as you can see, I should have started from the outside in. See how I start from the inside out? I wish I had started from the outside, like turning the cover onto facing upwards, and then began to do this. Because now you see. Now see how this part is outside? That's because I started from the inside. But it's okay because I don't have any dimensional designs or anything. The back cover is quite plain, so I don't mind having it this way. Maybe if I had started from the inside out, it would have been the other way around. Like the string would have been on the inside like this. I still managed to weave it wrong, as you can see. My mind was somewhere else. I was just wondering about all the disaster that's happening around the world right now. To the children, to adults, to everybody. And I'm just thinking about how I'm able to stay in the safety of my home, crafting, while people are losing their loved ones and starving in horror, and the nightmare doesn't seem to end for them. I just hope things really get better and we have peace. I really, really hope so. Since this is a rope like texture, this twine, it seems to be coming away, but I'm able to still keep weaving through. And the last hole, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to hot glue down the tails. Now I'm done with the cover, and all that's left to do is to sew in the signature. So this is a one signature, so now I'm just going to make sure everything is in place. I'm making sure that I can hold it tight. I was going to poke the holes all together through the signature and the cover, but then I decided that's too thick, so I decided to do the signatures first. So I'm poking one hole in the middle, one at the bottom, you can see, and one at the top. I'm just taking one of the pages so I can have an idea where I should poke the holes now. I'm just centering it and then poking the holes following the page. I'm just measuring the thread 3 times the height of the journal signature, and that should be long enough for me to sew in the signature to the cover. I'm just going to begin from the middle hole, and then I go through the cover of the middle hole. Making sure I don't pull all the way through, making sure I have some in the middle. Then I go through the top hole. And now through the bottom. Again right through the middle. Making sure that the entire signature is properly tight. That's what matters, otherwise the signature would separate from the cover and move. And there you have it. Here's a quick flip through of the entire journal completed. Hope you really like the series. This is the end of the journal number 1. I have a couple more journals that I'm making in the paperback series journal number 2. The tutorial will be up soon, so stay tuned for that. Please consider subscribing if you want to see what I have in store. And that's all for now from me. Take care. Bye, guys.